Welcome back, everybody. It is time for another game of ladder that I was playing. This is the game that got me to the top of silver, so the next game that I post should hopefully be me bumping into gold. It's been pretty much a straight-up climb, except for the, occasional downward spiral that I have, though I did have... This is the 5th game of 5 that I have won in a row. Hopefully there's not a downturn, because usually I will win several in a row and then suddenly lose 3. Nonetheless, in the top right corner, we have moi, Fantastical Terran, doing their thing, and in the bottom left corner, we have a person named Morale, which, as far as I'm aware, Protoss don't really need morale. They just need to do their job and worship ire and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, we do have this play people going down. This is a really long game, however. I'm going to speed it up to ×2 until something really interesting happens. This is actually one of the longest games I've played. And one of my weakest points while I actually play, I can actually start analyzing this a little bit more instead of just commentating it, because they are my own games. Micro is something that I'm okay at, and then I would say my multitasking, which it's macro-microing at the same time. You have to be able to keep that mentality up. Multitasking gets very difficult in the late game. In the first 10 minutes of the game, you don't have to split your attention, but suddenly... Terran is the most unforgiving race when it comes to building units. Zerg can stockpile a bunch of larvae, Protoss can stockpile a bunch of gateways, but if you're Terran, if you're in the battle and you're losing stuff, you need to start building units immediately. There is no, oh, let's wait until the battle's over and start building stuff. You have to do it then and now. So Terran are one of the most complicated races to play as far as actually keeping your army up, because if you're Protoss, you just warp in a bunch of stuff around your pylon, or if you're Zerg, I have 50 larvae, let's just everything out at the same time. Unless we do have a command center coming down at the normal expansion mark for a 1-Rax expand build. We have just standard stuff coming out. Let's take a look at the production tab. More pylons. We do have nothing fancy coming out. We do have a zealot. We're going to block off that ramp. Another zealot, so he's not going for a stalker just yet. What am I doing here? I don't know. My ladder's been getting a lot better. I do have double gas up at the 5-minute mark. I usually do that. I build double gases after I get the first nat down, or not even down, just started. We do have it transforming into orbital. We have 4 Marines here. If he attacked right now, I could kite those Marines enough. We do have his second Nexus is going down. I haven't seen the replay on his side, so I don't actually know everything what happened. Fully saturated. I do see this. I know that's an issue. I should see almost instantly. There's the engineering bit. I know it's coming. I take easily advantage of that, knowing what's coming here. That is always something you want to be careful for when you're in the early game with Protoss, is the Oracle is just annoying. I'm surprised he actually went Nexus first before the Stargate. Usually they get the Stargate out early. We do have the Oracle over there. He should have known that I scanned that. There was really no mind game there. We do have the turrets going up. However, there is no turret on this side. I'm not even thinking that. I usually assume they're going to come for the main one, because he hasn't actually scouted that there's a base here. However, he does make a good choice. He starts killing off those workers. The Marines do run down. He does get damaged, and he goes up here thinking, oh, I'll just do this, and no cigar. And he should have stayed and just recovered his shields. However, that was not the case. Therefore, the Oracle does get taken out. He does have +1 on the way. He is going for a Twilight Council. He wants those upgrades. Now, since I know that he focused on just the Oracle, I don't think he's going for any more Sky Toss, though I do put down double starports just in case. I have the money to put down. I need more production facilities. I do have 2 barracks, 2 starports, and a factory with a tech lab, because I want the siege tanks for defense at this point. I'm going to start getting a little turtley. I want to tech up. I know he's a little behind because his Oracle did not do as much damage as it really should have to actually build to a starport. So at this point, let's see what else is going on. He has more Stargates going down. I feel like this might be a little loud. I don't know. I do have my volume turned up just a little bit. Nonetheless, there is another scan that goes down. I see everything that's here. I see that there's just gateways. I'm not worried about anything else at the moment. Another scan? Where am I scanning? I heard a second scan, nonetheless. Marauders are in the bunker. There is an opening right here that I have left open for whatever reason. Oh, nope, never mind. There still is a small slit there that I don't think I've seen. He is floating a lot of minerals, which is bad for a Protoss to do unless you're already maxed out and building more gateways. He does have his mothership core out. He does have Void Rays on the way. Void Rays are always annoying. Charge lots are almost done. Dark Shrine. I absolutely hate Dark Shrines. Like I said, this is a very long match. It was a lot of back and forth. I do want to see myself take a 3rd base. I do not remember when I do. I know that I'm about to do a drop. I love siege tank drops. In almost every drop that I do, I like to have a siege tank or two because they are such great support. Because if you start getting overwhelmed, you run back towards your tanks, and they start attacking the enemy as you're loading up into the medevac. You do sacrifice a few tanks, but at least you have that extra damage that goes down. I am keeping myself out of the supply block range. There is another scan. I'm making sure... Oh, that's what it was. I'm making sure there's not an observer. I moved out, and now this, if I remember correctly, that actually saw my drop, and he didn't seem to do anything to help prevent it. Now I'm going to slow this down to faster speed because this is coming in. That Phoenix shot at one of my medevacs. He had nothing prepped and ready for this. Why? I don't know. It's something that he should have known. Okay, I just saw that, but it might have just been a run by. He didn't actually see what happened. Both of those sieged up. I go straight for the Oracle. Then I go straight for the Void Ray. Void Ray does not make it out. This entire base is no longer working. He does move his units in, however, and I start thinking, okay, there's a lot of Zealots. I gotta back up. The Time Walker does a great job of destroying my Marines, though. The Zealots are just able to run in there and do a ton of damage. That was the part that I was like, oh, that's not good. Picks up the siege tank. The siege tank will go down after doing a little more damage. At least it gets another stalker. They are going to end up moving back out, so we'll speed right back up here. Now, I should be expanding off of this. He is floating nearly 3K. I know I'm floating quite a bit too, but oh, I do have a command center. It starts upgrading, so at least I'm doing something. What do I build here? Another command center. I know I'm floating a ton of money, and I don't want to be. He really needs to push, though his army supply is very poor. 68 to 23. My worker count's even above him, and I have double expand coming on the way. There is a pro up here. I'm not sure if he plans to do a very strange expansion in the top left corner. That's not normally the third. This would be your third, or if you want to be a little closer to home and an awkward spot, this would be your third. However, he is deciding to go up here with lots of pylons. I do have my third floating over. This one's almost done. I should be upgrading it into something if I notice it. Like I said, my late game multitasking gets bad. We do have a Doom drop coming up. That was my entire army in that drop. Army supply of 82 to 38 in a drop. Now, if only I would have known there was a base here, I would have dropped off and completely destroyed that, but I did not. I fly right on by that, not even seeing that. It was part of the vision was so close to seeing that. I'm getting ready. My Vikings are there because I think that he might have upgraded to Colossus. How he's not. He does have DTs though, and I don't even think about that. Do I have these upgraded? I do. I do notice that there are DTs in the field. It took me a while to hear the sounds though. That is usually something that you don't even think to look for. And then I notice them. At that point though, they have done so much damage. Kills on all of them. 8 kills on the one before he went down. I do pick up and try to get my medevacs out of there. What are you doing, medevacs? There you go. Medevacs are headed out. The Phoenixes and the medevacs, well, as soon as their boost is out, that's just going to go down. A bunch of mules dropped. I'm now floating more minerals than morale is. I do have a ton of Marines just chilling out here, not doing what they're supposed to be doing. I'm surprised do I have a factory with a, I don't have it. Oh, I do. Double factory with reactors on here. Doing double Hellion so I can transform them into Hellbats. I like their speed and they take up less space when they're not transformed, which honestly makes no physical sense in the game. However, I do see the point in the fact that they are OP if they drop out and took up the same amount of space. I am putting this command center here. Do I transform it into a planetary? I know I have so much money and I want this front to be a little stronger. I really don't want to lose it. However, I'm dragging my map again. Sorry guys, we do have 2 Phoenixes sitting over here and this base is slowly getting saturated. His main is almost mined out. He does have +3/+3. Oh my goodness, I had no idea his got up that far. I do have 2-2 coming up. Though the army just finished. 4 more medevacs are on the way from my double starport with reactors. These are all completely worked out. I do finally move them out. I'm assuming, yep, they're all moved to here. I dropped down some of this because I'm ready to move. Oh, I want that to get out. My minerals are finally getting down again. If we take a look at the income, I'm actually not harvesting as fast because he does have this successful third base. My third base is, it's seen better days, so it's about to get a lot better with these extra SCVs. We should see this to start shooting up and be a little more even, though he still does have more, though we do have my mules that'll help out. Nonetheless, my minerals do start shooting up. I do have my scans building because I know that he has DTs. I do not want to get stuck again. We have 7 medevacs almost all fully loaded, except for 1 marine spot. This is going to be an interesting drop. It is another doom drop. Now, I'm going to the same spot that I went last time because I really feel like he doesn't... Is his army over here? His army is completely out of place. This is going to do so much damage. They drop. The Hellions are transforming. He is running back. Still, the damage has been done. These upgrades aren't going to be done. The 3-3 does not get finished. Oh, the poor 3-3. Do I take out the other forge? What am I doing? Oh, it goes down. Double upgrade denied. Where's all my income? Oh my goodness, I had no idea that happened. Oh my goodness, did he just... I don't know if he killed them or what. I do notice that there's DTs again, though still kind of late. DTs are still doing a ton of damage to this army. I'm getting as many workers as I can kill, 24 to 20. Oh my goodness, I had no idea that he was killing so many workers. No wonder my income suddenly plummeted. However, he did end up cleaning that up. Let's take a look at the total units lost here if we can find it. Units lost. I have lost way more. At this point, it's looking bad for me. Supply is 77 to 97. If we took a look at the army supply, it's 46 to 48, so it's actually evened back out. I've called down a few more mules. I don't need the scans. I do have a base almost on full scans. These poor 5 SCVs need to be doing something, but they are not. I do have a 4th going down because I know I had the money and I need to expand after that huge loss. However, I already have a decent-sized army popping out. The amount of production facilities with reactors has been extremely helpful in what I'm doing. I do have Vikings coming out for whatever reason. I know he has those Phoenixes. That Dark Shrine, I usually do not see DTs mixed in with Protoss's armies. Usually it's focused on something else, but it's been very effective because sometimes you don't notice it until it's too late. Though by this point, if I remember my next main engagement, I scan preemptively because I expect it at that point. We do have this base almost completing. We do have Morale's main army moving out. Well, this Phoenix is rather small. Those Stalkers are pretty powerful. Let's see what they do. That's a DT. DT, I don't want DTs. They do 17 versus armored. There's quite a bit there. Oracle tried to harass, but there are turrets up. This one had just finished. I could not cancel it, so he takes out my 4th. This is looking worse and worse for me because he is setting up another base. Army supply is 82 to 72. I decided to move out. I have the Hellions preemptively transformed, so I do not have to worry about that. Slow this down. The Oracle is going to spot this movement. He does cast vision on them, which is really, really annoying. I've never understood how long this lasts. 60 seconds. It felt much longer than 60 while I was playing. It was an amazing amount of time of how long he could see this army. He knew the exact movements. He knew where they were coming from. He could preemptively put them anywhere, and because he hit it on the entire army, there was not much that I could do. There's another Oracle sitting over here. I could easily have done a run-in, though he does have 1 DT actually staying back with 11 kills. It's amazing how much have actually been effective in this. I'm training 9 Marines at once. I would need just pure biomass going on here. Where are my other barracks? There's 3 more barracks down here. I completely missed them. Lots of scans at the ready. This base is finally getting saturated with 20 because I've just now moved a ton over. And I finally got those that were just sitting up there. There are 2 full bases worth of energy. Oh, there's the reinforcement. So it's a Hellion, technically Hellbat Marine medevac with, what, 2 Vikings? 3 Vikings. So a very interesting army compilation. I'm at 120 to 87. His worker supply and most likely income is higher. My income's higher. Those mules, man, those mules. It allows me to have a much, much larger army supply. He casts sight again. He's able to see, but he does not get sight of the whole army. More reinforcements coming up. I'm getting closer and closer to actually being maxed out. Let's double up the speed again. This is a very long game. I move out with this army full of Marines. Let's actually take a look at the units. 71 Marines and 22 Hellbats. It is ready to go. Completely destroying his army. Non-existent. Was his army split? The DTs are doing a lot of... Oh my god, look at those DTs. And where's the scan? Where's the scan? Where is the scan? There's the scan. Completely wiping that out. 100 to 52. They are going after the reinforcements. This is very hard, but I do have, if you look at the amount of scans I have saved up, I am ready for this. Running into the base. 91, 89 to 46. He does not have enough gateways at this point in the game. He should have, at 6,100 minerals, he should have built a lot more gateways by this point just to be ready. There is a DT. I'm scanning. I want to make sure that my reinforcements are not getting rerouted. I have more things in production. I have one. Oh my god, I'm just now training one. One Phoenix is in production for morale. I do not know what he is thinking. He has the minerals to warp in. These are all warp gates, guys. Where is he warping these in at? All he keeps warping in is DTs. He does not seem to realize how many scans I have at my disposal. At this point, it's becoming... honestly, guys, I should have not won this game. This should have been his game, but his very, very poor macro abilities and his amount of resources he's floating is very sad. So at this point, I can just walk right in. He warps in Stalkers just now. Just now is he warping in Stalkers. Some Zealots would have been great here, however, he did not do it. We do have more Stalkers coming in from behind, but at this point, it is game over. 94 to 46 is the army supply. A lot of things I could have done better. The DTs were something that caught me completely off guard, and I should have noticed them way sooner than I did, to point out a few problems that I had. My base, my fort did get denied. I should have scouted better on the top, though. I honestly did not expect a base up here. He's hoping, most likely, that I will not go looking for that base. He does have DTs just... See, I'm going to say that's his mistake right now. Oh, the Mothership Core. I forgot that he warped that in. I've never actually seen the ability happen. There's the army moving up here. There's a DT that is... I guess he's on the hold position. One DT does go down. Pretty much clean up this entire base. There's just photon cannons, a waste of money. He's still floating way too much money. I'm just burning through all the cash that I can get. 11 more Marines are in production. Everything working to the ability. I have all this macro. Another command center going up just in case. Because I don't know what he has out there, and I do not know what's at his main base. 127 to 56. He does have an army of DTs, which, guys, I just have to say, Mothership with DTs, it's redundant. You don't need it. There's no point in that. There's now a death ball that I have moving around with Marines and Hellbats, so the Marines really should not be in the front. That is the first mistake. What is their speed? Move speed is 225, and these... Oh, they have the same move speed, so it's actually quite convenient. You can just move all those Marines to the back. We do have the main army about to engage the Mothership Core. I didn't actually know it was there. I scan. The DTs get a lot of good hits off, however, it is nothing compared to the amount of Hellbats I have. Look at that fire. It goes out. Completely cleans that up. 104 to 24. I'm producing more Marines. At this point, it should be GG. Good game. Third game is toss. I can tell he's... I wouldn't say that was his third game. It did pretty well for what he did, but nonetheless... A great ladder game that put me at 1. My games have been getting closer, so I need to definitely improve some of my strategy, scout more. I could have easily harassed him more and put a Marine at these bases. He almost mined out of this third. It's amazing how long he was sitting there. This one barely even touched, though, because I got rid of it. Nonetheless, I should be gold at any moment. I will definitely post that game. I will continue to analyze my movies. Analyze my videos a little bit more instead of just commentating them. Oh god, those poor guys. I didn't know I mined out of that. That was really close, actually. Oh my god. It was close. I didn't really have much more to recreate that, so if he had actually done something, that would have been horrible. Nonetheless, hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time.